Hello everybody, get ready to do lesson 5.5 algebra 1. It will be a part 1, there's part 2, part 3 of this. Email me here for those. 5.5 part 1, solve absolute value equations. Here is your standard. You get a 34-point skill sheet and we have 0 points of note taking on this lesson here. Teachers, here is your bell work today. Translate the verbal phrase into an inequality, then graph the inequality. And then same thing down here too. Give you 5 minutes for that, students. Okay, welcome back. Here is number 1. This is the graph here. See, all real numbers are less than or equal to -8. Less than or equal to x is less than or equal to -8, or x is greater than 12. We have an open circle here. Here's the graph here for this. And then down here, x is greater than or equal to -7 1/2. So we have this here for that. And then x is less than or equal to -10. This is the graph for that. Both have solid circles here for your starting place on your. Okay, you solve linear equations. You will solve absolute value equations. So you can analyze competition. So the absolute value of number A, written bracket A, bracket, is the distance between A and 0 on a number line. An absolute value equation such as bracket x equals 4 is an equation that contains an absolute value expression. The equation bracket x equals 4 means that the distance between x and 0 is 4. The solutions of the equation are 4 and -4 because they are the only numbers whose distance from 0 is 4. And then here is an example here of the graph of the absolute value of x. -4 and then 4. Okay, example 1, solve absolute value equation. Solve this here. Distance between x and 0 is 7, so x equals 7 or x equals -7. Solutions are 7 and -7. Okay, our first guide practice here. Solve bracket x equals 3 and bracket x equals 15. Students, this is your independent practice here. Okay, our independent practice. Solve it, x equals 3 or x equals -3 for A. And then for B, it would be 15 or -15 for absolute value of x for 15. Okay, solving absolute value equations. Notice the expression inside the absolute value symbols equals 7 or the opposite of 7. So solving absolute value equation bracket ax plus b equals c, where c is greater than 0 is equivalent to the statement ax plus b equals c or ax plus b equals -c. So we have a -c and a positive c here situated. Solve an absolute value equation. Bracket x minus 3 equals 8. Rewrite the absolute value equation as 2 equations and solve each equation separately. So original. And then x minus 3 equals 8 or x minus 3 equals -8. So x equals 11 or x equals -5. And solutions are 11 and -5. Check your solutions. So x minus 3 equals 8. So you can check, plug in some possible solutions there. 11 minus 3, does that equal 8? -5 minus 3, does that equal 8? 8 equals 8, subtract, so they both equal 8. Solution checks. Okay, our next guide practice here, number 3. And students, this is you here. At the bracket, q plus 8 equals 2. So solve that. Solve the equation, q plus 8 equals 2. Q plus 8 equals 2, or q plus 8 equals -2. That would be the way we solve it. Q equals -6, or q equals -10. Okay, that was lesson 5.5 for algebra 1. That was part 1. Get part 2 and part 3 here, and get your other materials here as well. Thank you very much.